In this video, we want to look at our 3D view and folding the design up. So I'm going to click on 3D, and when I do that, it brings up our folding controls as well as the 3D view. Now, in the 3D view, we have some controls that we can use with the mouse. If we hold down the left mouse button, we can rotate from side to side. We can rotate the box. If we go up and down, it'll rotate up and down. So we have quite a bit of control there. If we hold down the right mouse button and move it up and down, or we hold down the mouse wheel and are not hold down, but we turn the mouse wheel, we can zoom in and out. And then if we hold down both mouse buttons, we can pan around the screen, moving the mouse. So we have a lot of control over our 3D view, and then what we typically want to do is fold up our design so that we can see what it looks like. So over in our folding control, we have this percentage marker. This box here will show the percentage, and we have this control here, this scrolling control, that as we move it along, it will fold up our box, and you can see that it's folding up as I move it. Now, this, when it reaches the end, it's at 100%. And the way that this works, and we'll get to the play button in a minute, but we have these stages. We have 8 different stages. We have 8 different sequence numbers that we can fold up a box. So let's say that we only have 3 folds that we want to use. If we move our control, you'll see that it's only going to fold up 3 of our sequence numbers, and it's going to use the percentage divided by the stages. So the 100% at 33 1/3 would be folded up, which this glue flap is the number 1 sequence. And just to show you that, what I'll do is I'll set this to 1, and the only flap that should fold up is the glue flap, and it will be completely folded at 100%. So it's gradually folding. We get to 100%, it's completely folded. This control, like I said, if you built a box that you only had 4 folds in it, you don't want to have 8 stages, because it's going to be folded up before it gets to 100%. So with 4 stages, it'll fold up each section at 20%. And you can see as this works how it gets folded up. So this particular box has 8 stages and 8 sequences, so we want to let that be the full thing. So now what we can do is we can use this play button, and what the play button will do is it will automatically fold this up and just let it run through the sequence. And the other thing that I want you to note is that while it's playing, and I'll show you this in a minute, while it's playing, you can still use your mouse controls. So let's stop this, and let's set it back to 0. And as we hit the play, I can still move this around. So if I want to position it in a certain position so that you can see it fold, I can move it around here like this until I get completely folded up. The last thing that I want to show you is the 3D export. Now you might be asking, what does this do? Now the 3D export will export whatever's on the screen in the 3D view, and it will export it in a 3D PDF, which can be opened in Acrobat, and you'll be able to see or send it to a client so that they can look at the item in 3D. Now, important thing to note here is that in the 3D view, the Acrobat, the reader, you can rotate, zoom, and so on, but the folding controls don't work. They only work in the SAI box and design or display. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you fold it to the either 100% or wherever it is that you want your client to see, and before you export it there, and then that will be what you get in the export. So if you click on the export, it's going to bring up your window here, and notice it says a PDF. It gives it an unentitled name. This is a generated name that comes out automatically, so you can export it and save it, and then open it in Acrobat Reader.